Hello and welcome to another how-to video. My name's Ditech, CTO at DVS. And before you go any further, please make sure you hit that notification button, which is a bell-shaped thing, and hopefully Callum will do a little thing on there, which will notify you of all our weekly content, and why would you want to miss it. And don't forget to subscribe. Most people who watch this channel still don't subscribe. Please, please, please hit that subscription button, which will enable us to continue to bring this content to you. And thank you to Toshiba for our channel sponsor. So in front of me, I have two brand new models, and they are in stock at DVS. So an 8 megapixel ColorVu panoramic bullet camera, and I'll get it out of the box and show you what it looks like in a minute. So panoramic being sort of almost like a 180 view. And again, the same ColorVu 8 megapixel turret camera. Now, we say turret in a loose format because most people will understand what a turret camera looks like, but as you can see from the image, it's not a traditional looking turret camera. You'll see it more when I get it outside the box. And these are both LiveGuard function on there, so they have the sound and flashing light as that great LiveGuard deterrent. So somebody walks in, the VCA detects them, that pre-recorded sound, siren, whatever you feel you need to set it as, because there's a multitude of settings, will hopefully deter them from either staying on the property or doing any further action, and they should swiftly move away. Same with the flashing light, again, a great deterrent. So what does the camera look like in the box? So let's start with the bullet camera. The drill template, screws, the RJ45 waterproof jacket. Now it's really important that you fit that. Loads of people still don't fit it. It comes in the box. Please make sure you fit it. Installation manual if you need that. You've got the security screw, driver, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. So, the bullet camera. And this is the most satisfying part of the whole installation. Now, you can all comment underneath and go, oh, stop peeling the wrapper off. Peeling the wrapper off is one of the biggest viewed TikTok things going known to man. So there we go, I'm jumping on the trend. So it's an all-included camera, whereas the bracket is attached to the camera already with a pre-made fly lead. It doesn't come with a back box. So you either need to fit it directly to the brick wall and hide that in a cavity, or into the eave of a building, etc., or you need to buy the compatible back box. On the pre-made fly lead, you have the RJ45, which is PoE and data over the same connection. You have the 12 volt DC with a rubber cap on it. You have audio in and audio out, and you have alarm in and out, should you choose to use them. Now on the side of the bracket, there's this security Allen screwdriver. Simply unloosen it. Once you undo that enough, you can see there. Oh, that's not quite enough, is it, guys? Let's do it properly. If you're gonna do it properly. Yeah? So there you go. You get full rotation. So you could fit it to the eave like that. Adjust it up and down. You've got full rotation. So it is a 3-axis camera, and that allows you to rotate and set that up. So if you've got it on a wall, you could fit it down looking at the wall like this. So yes, a question I have been asked by a lot of people, can you wall mount it and look directly down the wall, or offset it to look, you know, into the open space? Yes, you can. And there's your fly lead. On the bottom of the camera, you have the speaker. So outside of there you have the speaker, so all of the pre-recorded sound will come out of that speaker. Don't forget, because it's the SL camera, the LiveGuard, on the HikConnect app which you use on your smartphone, you can do live audio out of there, which is a fantastic addition. Underneath this, again using this security screw, underneath there you have the reset button and the SD card slot. 128 gigabyte SD card slot. It doesn't come with the SD card. If you do want the SD card, undo that, put it in, format it, and away you go. The one thing I do recommend is, and I'm recommending this more and more, is the use of the SD card. Even if you fit like a 32 gigabyte SD card, which are relatively cheap, you know, they're sort of sub £10 now, the 32 gigabyte. Fit the SD card in there. It's a network-based camera. Worst comes to worst, if the network recorder gets stolen, broken, damaged in a break-in or a fire, etc., this camera will still contain vital evidence on the SD card, because it will record to the camera plus the recorder at the same time. Again, serial number, QR code to add it to HikConnect bracket there. The other thing you'll see on this is the 2 separate lenses, which will give that 180-degree view, and then you've got your white light there. It is a ColorVu, so ultra low light performance. The white light will, one, give it the extra quality at night, so if it's in a dark area, it'll enhance the image and give it that real full, rich quality image at night, which we all love. As you can see, it's quite different from a normal bullet camera. I absolutely love it, and we are going to fit this outside on the wall to replace an existing older Hikvision bullet camera, and you'll see how well this performs and the sort of angular view and the settings within that camera. Moving on, the turret camera. Now, this is a strange looking camera, so again, mounting instructions, installation note, and a drill template. With this turret camera, currently it's only ceiling mountable. There is bracketry available, or will be available, for wall mount, but you can see the installation note there. Again, security screw, RJ45, installation manual, and the mounting plate. Put this to the side, taking out this wrapper. Again, SD card slot, reset button, fixed security screwdriver set. Now, on here you've got an up, so you know which way the camera needs to be pointed, because it's got up on there very conveniently. The way it's designed to be fitted is this gets fitted to the ceiling. The fly lead there, you can see the 3 capture nuts, and there's also a security hanger there, so you can work on the camera and connections. Again, RJ45 with PoE, 12 volt DC, alarm input output, audio input output. Again, it's the SL range, so it does have the microphone built in there, as you can see, and on the back of it there is a speaker. So the way this is designed is we'll feed this through here. Security hanger goes in there, and I'll show you why this is so good. So if you're working on the camera, that's fixed there. The camera can hang off this hanger, very conveniently allowing you to work on it. Once you're ready, you fit it in, locate it into the lock-in position. Now, it does only go one way, and typically I've just done that incorrectly. There you go. That is now locked, and then there's a security screw on the side which allows you to secure this bracket to there. I'm not going to bother doing the bracket, so I'm going to take this off. Again, on the side you've got this security screw with the security screw which secures it to the bracket. So if I undo the bracket like this, that allows that free movement there. So again, when it's ceiling mounted, you can get almost level vertical plane, vertical horizontal, getting vertical and horizontal. So the horizontal plane is quite, well, it's almost 0 degrees. Again, same principle, so microphone, 2 separate cameras, so white light, 2 4mm fixed lens, offset to give that panoramic stitch view. It does only take up 1 channel on the NVR. Both models actually only take up 1 channel on the NVR, but they are 8 megapixel. The other thing to remember with this is they don't work on the 7604 NIK1 series NVR. Neither of these models do. Even though they're 8 megapixel, the resolution isn't the standard format that you'd recognize as 8 megapixel, and therefore the K1 series NVR doesn't like that resolution and therefore doesn't work. So I'd recommend using the I series NVR. The K2 version does support it. Me personally, I'd go for the I series, like something like a 7608 NII2 or the 77 or the 96 series, etc. So again, you've got full tilt turn, so you can have it either way. As you can see, it's got the up on there, so you really want it with the up. You can see the speaker on the back. So when it's when you get it into that position, let's say we're going to have it like a slightly offset because it's on the thing. And again, don't forget to lock your cameras in. Once it's locked in position, oh yeah, it is very locked in. Just cut my finger. I had to put considerable force to get that across there. You know, force that you wouldn't generally see. And then I can lock it up again. I just jammed my finger in that bloody hole and that hurt. But again, if I tighten it again, there's still more to go actually. And again, you'd have to really put considerable force to break that, because they're like a teeth system. Once you tighten it up, you'd have to put very considerable force, like I just did then, to break it. Serial number, QR code on the back to add it to the Hikconnect. Again, same principle. Hikconnect app, two-way audio plus pre-recorded audio and flashing light. But what you can't do on this one is, once you screw this to the ceiling, you don't have any left to right movement. You have the up down movement, but you don't have the rotation mode. So wherever you want this camera to look, screw it in the right direction. So if you're looking that way, make sure that when you locate the lock-in screw, that it is actually pointing the right way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this bullet camera and fit it outside to the DVS building, looking out to the car park, which will give us a fantastic view. Really excited to be able to demonstrate this to the customers as they come in, obviously to you guys through the web browser and through the app. Okay, so we have now fitted the camera outside, and I'll take the camera outside and I'll show you shortly, because it's absolutely bloody fantastic. It looks so cool. Okay, so we've web browsed in using, we're just using Microsoft Edge. You will notice when you use Edge, playback and picture aren't available, but you can use Edge, reload in Internet Explorer mode and get those options if you're desperate. But live view, so I press play, I'll get the live view. So it load in Edge. If you do load it in Edge, it will load in the substream mode effectively. Now I'll put it into mainstream and take a second to load. That's an 8 megapixel 180 degree image. So there's two sensors and they're stitched as one image. You'll agree that is absolutely fantastic. Look at the view on that. We put it just outside the main entrance door to DVS, so I'm effectively covering the whole car park, which with one camera, 8 megapixel, gives me an absolutely fantastic coverage there. I'm so pleased with this device. Really looking forward to how this performs at night. I can do a little update maybe in the week on the nighttime performance with the ColorVu technology, but for now, just look at that stunning 8 megapixel quality image. Now I have added it to the Hikconnect app, and I will do the two-way audio shortly, but I'll just stop this live view currently and go to configuration. I'll just run through some of the setups. So again, that's the model number here, and then obviously the firmware version. I believe that's still the most current, but I have checked to see. Now there is an image stitch option, so the stitching distance can be adjusted depending on your application. 10 meters for our application is the default, and it will fit absolutely fine, but you can adjust it should you need. Maintenance, you've got your upgrade, default, restore, all of the standard stuff. And again, all of our modern cameras and devices have this auto maintenance option. I can enable that and set a reboot time. Security, you can go through, and if you didn't notice, Hikvision have just acquired a lot of high-end security certification for a lot of their product. So we're very conscious of our cyber security, even though a lot of people will beg to differ on that. Hikvision really do take cyber security extremely seriously to protect you and your network. So again, all of the standard functionality, network, again, standard DDNS port, and again, platform access or ISUP. So the ISUP connection is how we add it into Hike Central platform directly. Integration protocol, so you've got the Hikvision CGI if you're using third party, using our SDK. The open network video interface on VIF, network service, alarm server if you've got one set up, FTP server, email service, SNMP traps if you're using that. Video and audio. So if we look at the video and audio, you can see a slightly different resolution to your standard 8 megapixel. Therefore, like I said at the beginning of the video, doesn't like it on the K1 series NVR. 20 frames a second is the maximum currently, and we have enabled H.265. I don't use H.265 Plus. I think it creates more problems than it fixes, especially when there's a lot of movement in the scene, so I tend to not use it. I have enabled video and audio for both substream and mainstream because it's our private property, so I am going to record audio. Again, if you are recording audio, please remember to display the appropriate signage that does actually show you are recording audio, and make sure when you are recording audio you do have a legitimate reason to do so. Audio, so you've got mic in or line in, so you can use an external or the built-in mic and then adjust the input volume, and the environmental noise filter is on by default, which tries to cut out the background noise and focus on speech. Region of interest and display info on stream. Now I'll turn that on by default. By default it's normally on, but I will turn it on. Image, again, display settings. So preset scenes. I'm going to leave it as normal, but you can have low illumination, backlight, custom. So image adjustment, all of the standard functionality. Again, exposure, because it's a ColorVu 1/12, it is a ColorVu product, and we do use that f1.0 aperture, so we go to 1/12 for the exposure. Super wide aperture to get all that light in to give us that super quality image. And somebody's just coming into the building. Okay, and we can adjust it, so we've got day-night switch, so I put it on a schedule switch, because at night I want it between 6 in the morning to go off at 6 and come on at 7 o'clock at night, so the white light will come on more, because it's a good deterrent, to be honest. But again, you can choose to leave it on auto, day-night switch, schedule switch, but I put it as a schedule switch because I like the white light to be on. White light, you can turn it on or off, but obviously with the schedule switch you want it on. Now you can have it auto LED brightness or change it to manual like I have, and I put it up to 100%. Don't forget 2 sensors, left and right, and I've adjusted both left and right to 100% brightness. But again, if you need to adjust one more than the other, you can do using that option. Backlight settings, you got WDR, so I can change WDR on. WDR is fantastic and it can enhance the image. I really don't like WDR. I find it takes the color away from the image and gives it like a bit of a tinge to it. It's there should you need to use it. Again, because you need to disable the slow shutter. So when it's 1/12, I need to make it 1/25 in the exposure to get that WDR if I want it. I don't particularly need it in this instance. And again, all of the standard functionality. Again, OSD settings, you can do all of the standard stuff. Events, okay, motion detection. So we've got motion detection, human and vehicle, motion detection 2.0 with the enhanced human and vehicle because it is an AccuSense platform. Video tampering, again, I can adjust this entity. If somebody moves the camera, it'll create an alarm. Alarm input, alarm output, exception. Flashing light, so again, the duration of the light flashing upon event, and I've set the schedule to 24/7, and you can have it medium, high, or always on. So if you don't want it to be flash, it can just be static. Flashing is more visual and more of a deterrent, in my opinion. Audible alarm output, again, we've got warning prompt or custom audio, so you can upload your own custom audible file, and again, all the standard preset warnings, but I'm going to leave it as warning. This area is under surveillance. I'm only going to play it one time because it'll go off quite a lot outside the building. It might get annoying. And again, you can adjust the output sound volume. Again, schedule is 24/7 for the alarm, and we'll save it. Now, under the event, you've got scene change, intrusion, line cross, region, or region exit. On this instance, I'm using intrusion detection. I've enabled it. I've drawn an area, so just in front of the camera. I'm only going to detect humans because vehicles I'm not interested in this instance. Threshold I've set to 2 seconds. Somebody needs to come into this area for 2 or more seconds before the camera will flash and do the audible alarm to them. Sensitivity is 50%, and you can change the target validity. Default is basic, but you can adjust it to high, higher, or highest, and that's how we validate the target based on the data that we're getting. I would leave it as basic and adjust it upwards if necessary. And again, you can do maximum and a minimum size. So maximum size object, I can say anything, that's the maximum size. And if I want to do minimum to reduce false alarms, I could say anything smaller than that, I'm not interested in, and I'll save that. In schedule is 24/7. But again, you could adjust that, you know, as needed, specific to your site and application. And linkage method, notify surveillance center, which is our software and our app. You want to be notified to the app. And again, flashing alarm and audible alarm, and they're the linkage actions which are important on the output of that event. And again, trigger alarm output or trigger recording. And again, you've got line crossing, region exit, and etc. And you've got 4 lines and 4 areas. And then storage, if you are using an SD card, you can use the storage element as I described earlier. Other than that, very similar, you know, or standard Hikvision web browser functionality. Absolutely fantastic camera. Really looking forward to how this performs at night, and I will do a separate video to follow up on that. But again, just look at the quality of that image. Now I'm going to go outside. I have added it to the HikeConnect app. So if I open the HikeConnect app, there you go. So there it is on my HikeConnect app there. I can do the 2-way audio. So I'm going to go outside. Take the camera out of me so you can see the so just cancel that. So you can see the basically effect of the triggering the event with the audio, and then I'll do the 2-way speech as well. So stay tuned. There you go. So from the side profile, I'll go this side. So from the side profile like that, it looks bloody awesome bit of kit. Look. Again, if I stand in front of it, so if I stand in front of the, you can see the flashing light on it there, and you did hear the sound. And again, if I come in, move out the way again, so Andrew's going to trigger it now. You just run through that, didn't you, Andrew? Yeah.
Welcome.
There you go.
Please notice that the area is under surveillance.
Again, very, very effective. So if I use my phone, so I've got it on my phone here, and I've got the 2-way audio option. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Please leave. There you go. So you got the 2-way audio as well. So great bit of technology. A lot of you have already fitted this and fed back how great the technology is. Again, I'll do a little bit of a follow-up where you can see it at night. Really excited what this can offer you. If you've got any questions, do leave them in the comments below. If you've got any experience of this product, or you want to show other people how good this product is, again, leave a comment and we'll try and link to a video that you've made. Other than that, take care, and we'll see you next week for another how-to video.